Hey everybody, it's Old Souls Gaming 42 again, and today we're going to do a walkthrough of all the things you can do with a blacksmith to upgrade your gear and make sure that you're staying competitive as you advance through the levels in the game. One of the things through Assassin's Creed Origins that I played before this, and now this on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I found is that level parity is really important, and you want to keep your gear up to level. If you find you're starting to struggle against certain enemies that are similar level to you, then one of the first things you should do is head over to the blacksmith and see what you can do about upgrading your gear. You can see all the different options. There's engraving, upgrading. You can buy and sell, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. But I just want to talk about the difference between engraving and upgrading. Upgrading upgrades the base stat on the piece of gear that you've selected and the gear level. So if you remember playing RPGs back in the day where a hit rating counted, consider your gear level, the hit rating. And if you're below the enemies you're trying to fight, Assassin's Creed games, the last couple iterations have done a good job of making those enemies a little bit challenging if you let your gear fall behind. So you can see we're just scrolling through the menu, looking at all the different upgrades that we can do and engraving. So engravings will give you the minor stats. They'll give you things like fire damage. They'll give you things like poison damage, or a percentage bonus to a type of attack, whether it's warrior or assassin or hunter. So I always go for upgrades first. Upgrade your main stats on the weapon first, and then if it's something you've enjoyed using, then make sure you engrave it. Once you engrave a piece of gear, you want to keep upgrading it for a few levels just to make sure you haven't wasted all those resources. Scrolling through the upgrade menus, you might find something you want to upgrade, but also find yourself a little short on resources. So your resources across the top of the screen there, you've got gold obviously, and I've been doing well at doing a lot of side questing and contracts and things, so my gold reserves seem to be fairly healthy for what I want to do lately in this game. What I run into is the main constraint every time is usually olive wood. It seems to be the hardest resource to keep enough of to do all of the things you want to do when you want to do it. And if you've watched my video on menus, then you'll hear that I haven't even really been spending any of that olive wood on my ship. I've been focusing it all onto gear upgrades to stay competitive as I work through the quests in the game. So one of the things, if you find that you're at the blacksmith and you need to generate a few more resources, check your inventory and see what you've got. You'll see the last couple of minutes here, as I've been talking, I've just been dismantling gear. You do that through the sell tab, so that's not obvious at first. There's no menu option immediately obvious to dismantle your gear. What you need to do is go to your sell tab, pick a piece of gear, and when you have an option to dismantle it, you can either press one button to sell it to the vendor for gold or dismantle it. Generally, once I've been past about level 15, I've strictly been dismantling gear for the resources to make sure I can do those upgrades when I want to. So here we go, a little more dismantling, checking that all of those things are going to be pieces of gear that I don't need to use. That generated enough resources to upgrade my bow, so I've invested a lot in predator shot ability to open my assaults on different areas, and keeping my bow upgraded and engraved is an important part of the game that I'm playing right now. Also, I do a lot of using that predator shot, and can allow you to focus in fairly well and kill some fairly powerful enemies in one shot. So I'm pumping up that predator shot ability wherever I can to give me a quick clean kill to open a lot of my assaults when I've been going after forts and cultists and mercenaries and that sort of thing. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little walkthrough of gearing and upgrades. Games like this are a lot of fun, and my recommendation is spend the time every once in a while at a blacksmith upgrading and engraving your gear so that you stay competitive out in the field doing your quests. Thanks a lot. This is Old Souls Gaming 42. Thanks for watching.